Hello and welcome back. If you are new to the channel, I make one game a month and this is my devlog. I will share today this week's progress of the game for the month of May. My next game is called The Last Mob Witness. You are the last witness against the crime boss and you need to reach the courtroom to testify against him. No one will help you now since there is a kill contract established by the organized crime, awarding 10 million to whoever kills you. Run and move fast before others find you. The only safe place is court. Trust no one until you reach there. This game is a single player gun and beat 'em up game. Fast action game with guns, and if no guns, beat them with whatever you can get on hand, including knife, swords, pipes and many other things. If you run out of bullets, throw your weapon to knock them out. This week I add muzzle effects and smoke effects when shooting guns. As you can see now, there is smoke coming out of your gun. Also, I added a few more enemies with different skills and weapons. One of those is this one, the armored enemy with a shield. The shield is strong enough to deflect all bullets. Also, if you throw anything to it, it will bounce back with no damage, but also no attack. These enemies serve the purpose of protecting other enemies behind, so you cannot just shoot and continue walking like in the previous demo I showed before. The way to eliminate this enemy is in close combat. Punch and disarm the enemy to get the shield on the floor. Then after that you can use the shield as a defense measure if you want, but it will slow you down a lot. Your walking speed will be almost half. You can also throw it to enemies, so the weight of the shield will make it fly for a very short distance. The next enemy is a ninja with knife and swords. A ninja will be able to deflect any bullet shot, so close attacks will be needed. Another change I made to the game was about finding cover. This is how it used to work 2 weeks ago. You could hide behind your suit or armor or behind a wall, but when being behind a wall, you could not shoot back. You will have to wait until enemies stop shooting so you can shoot back. Now, with this update, you can shoot back from behind a wall or any other obstacle you could find, like for example, this cart with baggage. It will protect you from one side while you can take care of the other side. Next is the counter shown below. When you activate counter mode, any close combat action will be deflected. For example, in this case, enemies are punching you, but when the counter is active, you will receive no damage at all. And there is a different sound for that too. I may add some more other visual cues this week for that, and after a number of punches, the enemy will lock for a second or two, so you can punch back or knock them out. You can also throw your enemies to the floor, so they will get dizzy for a period of time, so you can take care of more enemies at the same time this way. You need to decide between punching them more or throwing them to the floor. Another addition this week is after you die, you get some statistics about your run, like the number of bullets shot, how many hit, how many enemies were killed by hand or bullets, number of headshots, number of reloads, and so on. I may add a few more this week if I find the time. Also, in some levels, enemies will pop up at different heights, like this one on top of a dumpster. You can find others on top of trucks and other objects. Now let's see how much the game have changed from 1 month ago. Like this, to this new level I'm making now. This is the subway station. I finished 2 more levels this week, but I have to finish 2 more for the release. I still have to add a lot more sprites, design the last level and add some more bosses. I have only 1 mid-level boss design and I need to add 3 more for the final release. And finally, with this update I also have a better level editor. I can zoom in and out so I can find the wave of enemies, the groups they belong to and where they will pop up. I can dynamically change the weapon load, for example, to this armored enemy with a shield. I can change the shield to any other weapon. I can visually see where enemies will spawn. Another example here, I can change this enemy's weapon to a submachine gun and test the level immediately. And I also added these marks on each side of the screen, so you will know when enemies will come from a given direction, so it will be easier to know where to prepare your next target. Hopefully, I will be able to release this game by the end of this week, since most of the game mechanics are working now. If you watch until the end, you will see some bugs and bloopers I recorded while doing this video. And that's it for today, but before we finish, let's see what is this week's quest. like this video, click like and subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. See you next week.